All right, y'all, 300 Win Mag for when you need to kill anything in North America and some things in Africa. Suitable for large game and malicious bipeds. This is my Bear Creek Arsenal BC-8, which I have named the Baby Barrett. 20-inch barrel, 1 in 10 twist, 4150 chrome something Latin vanadium. Perfect for large game, applicable to long distance target shooting if that be your niche. With this rifle, there are a couple things that I want to talk about. Let's get right into it. The first thing being, these magazines fucking suck. As you're loading them, it will try to tilt one way. Oh, it just literally did it right there. Perfect example. You'll be loading the rounds in, you'll get 4 in, and it'll stick itself sideways for whatever fucking reason. That is incredibly goddamn annoying, especially for something that's $1,100 and has a $100 a piece magazine. If you ask me, that is completely unacceptable. I hope that I just got a bad mag and that's not how they come from the factory, and if anyone else has similar issues like that, because if so, that's fucked up. Second thing is the side charger. So the Gen 2, which is this design, what the fuck is it? This design that they went with after the Gen 1s. The Gen 1 was just like a little knob. I talked about it a little bit in my BC-9 review. I really like what they did with the Gen 2s. It's a lot more solid. The only thing that I do recommend is that if you are disassembling and reassembling your rifle, little Loctite couldn't hurt. Nobody likes it when things get loose. Other thing I want to talk to you guys about is the recoil impulse. This rifle feels beautiful. Taking it out here for the first time, I thought it was going to kick the shit out of me, but turns out this is probably one of the softest AR-10 platform rifles that I have ever fired. Softer than my 308. I haven't tested to see how heavy the buffer in it is. I don't really know what they're working with back there. You do have a slot in the back of the stock here for gummy bears. That's pretty cool. Another thing is the trigger. This trigger is fucking awesome. Double check clear. Just because it didn't extract around doesn't mean there isn't one in there. It'd be kind of hard for you guys to see or tell, but there's literally no wall. Right up against there, I'm just barely touching it. I'd go with, that's probably about a 3-pound trigger, which is absolutely amazing to have out of the box. Example, my Setme 58 has probably the worst fucking trigger that I've ever felt. I've felt bullpups that feel better. Something that you wish to put a scope on and tap things at long distances. You don't want a heavy pull, because as you're pulling, you're either going to go to the left or to the right, and you're going to miss. Stop putting triggers that are heavier than Lizzo in precision rifles, please. Weighs 11.25 pounds empty, which isn't the worst thing in the world if you're trying to lug something around the woods. Ask any saw gunner, that's not that bad. One thing that I did notice also from any of my other Bear Creeks is this bolt feels like it's on glass. Probably the nicest action that I've ever felt in a Bear Creek rifle. It's beautiful. If you covered all the logos on this and told me that it was something different, I'd believe you. This does not feel like a Bear Creek, which isn't a dig at Bear Creek. They make affordable things for the average man, which I can completely support. But I've heard some horror stories. If you've seen my BC-9 review, that didn't go very well, but I fixed most of the issues that I was having with it. You have plenty of slots for accessories. You could put whatever the fuck you want up top. If you want to put a red dot and be a weirdo, you could do that. But if you put a red dot, I'm going to judge you. One issue that I did have, I was using some older ammo that was given to me, and by old, I mean like 30 years old, and the lug of the bolt decided that it didn't want to reciprocate anymore. Don't know why that is. Mortared it, and it's been fine ever since. I'm just going to chalk that up to the ammo overexpansion, something weird. Don't know, didn't do it again. Would I recommend this rifle? Absolutely. But I would stay on them. If you get a bad magazine, do not leave them alone. Do not let that slide. And don't cheap out on ammo. Don't use things that are older than I am. Ammo does have a shelf life. I don't care what anybody says. I've probably put maybe 200 rounds through this rifle so far. It's about $2 a round at my local store, so it's not exactly the easiest thing to bring out all the time in terms of your wallet. You either get to shoot this rifle a bunch or you get divorced. 100% would recommend this. Other than the couple of issues that I stated, it's not a bad rifle. Feels great, solid groupings. It's not the heaviest thing in the world for what it is, and the obvious cons being these fucking magazines. I'm Ghost. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, comment. It really helps out the algorithm. I'll have a link to this rifle in my campsite if you want to go on Bear Creek and get yourself one. I get credit for it. Really helps out the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.